video. I hope you guys are doing well. I'm here to motivate you guys. Today we are going to be working on the coffee bar. When we first bought this house, I was so excited that I actually had a room that I could designate as my coffee bar, but I don't think that I ever really utilized it to its full potential. It's kind of a mismatch, and I'm going to show you what's inside all of the cabinets. Since I switched the pantry over to where the cleaning closet was, and the cleaning closet is now inside the pantry, I've created some room for some of my larger appliances that I have down below in the new pantry space. So if you guys missed that video, it was uploaded on Tuesday. Go back and watch it. Really good motivational, organizational video. And I'm so happy with how it turned out. But now it's time to concentrate on this area. I don't know about you, but I have a ton of mugs and they're seasonal. The problem is that I collected mugs that really aren't usable. And I mean, they're obviously usable to put coffee and tea and that kind of stuff in, but the problem is they're so wide-mouthed that I use them for decor purposes only, because the coffee just gets cold too quickly. Ideally, I would love to have like a double walk-in pantry where I could store everything, but that is just not the case. We are working with what we have. So I've utilized this area over here as my coffee bar. I've got coffee mugs and paper goods and appliances down beneath. I've got dish towels in one, like there are seasonal dish towels, and one of the drawers, and the other drawer is designated for coffee and tea. That all works really well. So I've really sat back and I thought, does the coffee bar work well the way it is? And it does. The problem is I've collected so many mugs that I'm constantly digging for a mug, and when I'm placing mugs, I'm putting them on top of the other and they flop over and it's a whole thing. And I've got this other cabinet that I can totally utilize for mugs and coffee accessories, if you will. So we're gonna tackle that today. Let me show you what we're working with and it might make more sense. Okay, so here is my kitchen, and that is my new pantry over there. And this is the coffee bar next to the stove. And you walk through, and this is where I designated my cleaning supplies now, which is fabulous. And here is the coffee bar. It's quite a mess. This is the kind of stuff that happens when I don't have proper storage for anything. So, up here, I have all of my mugs. I've got Easter and spring and summer and Christmas. It's just all a mumble-jumbled mess. And over here, I have a mumble-jumble mess of canisters, paper goods, baking supplies, all of the attachments for my mixer, all of that. And I think this could be organized so much better. Here are my extra dish towels, my seasonal. These two are my potato towels that I use to dry potatoes. Fall, Christmas, summer, it's all in here. This is my coffee and my tea bar. I typically put a cloth napkin out when, when I'm serving coffee, but this morning I just used a paper towel, and I do that sometimes. And down here, on these here, I have my a mitt that obviously didn't fit in the drawer, my crock pot, my toaster, a little tiny crock pot, my bread maker, and my mixer. Okay, and now we are in the pantry. Oops, there we go. And I gave my daughter-in-law the pressure cooker because I don't use it. It scares me. But I have some room down here to put a couple more things. So I think I'm going to move some of my larger appliances down here, like one back there and one right here. I'm not really sure. We will see. I am not the kind of person that likes to have a ton of stuff out on the counters. And although this is a large kitchen, I don't have a ton of counter space. So what I leave out for me has to be visually appealing. Ideally, I would love to have my mixer out. That would be fabulous. I have another cabinet down here that needs to be straightened out, so maybe we'll tackle that too, which is right next to where I keep the other appliances, but it's on this side of the kitchen. And I think I can put all of my storage stuff up like higher and put the larger appliances down beneath. We're gonna try it out. We're gonna see. The only way to know if something's gonna work long term is to try it and see. This is what I was talking about when I was doing the arranging of the pantry. In years past, I would have in my mind organized everything, and I would have went on Amazon or went to Target or what have you, and I would have bought all of the organizational items that I thought I might use or need for this project. The problem with that is you're spending money on things not knowing if what you're doing is going to work. And the only way you're going to know if it's going to work is if you do it. We're going to tackle that. We're going to see how that works out. Just definitely need to rearrange things and just see. So this project is not quite as big as the pantry switch, but it's going to take a minute. So let's go ahead and get started. As soon as this video is done, I'm just a little bit closer to getting my spring decor going. It's okay. It's a snowy day. I had a recipe all ready to go for you guys, but this video turned out to be 35 minutes long, so that's not going to happen in today's video. It is a delicious minestrone soup, and I made it because I wanted to have it for these days that we're going to have, these cold days, this Arctic weather. And it's healthy and it's vegan. So those of you who are vegan, I think I made some reference to some vegan things in my last recipe, and it wasn't vegan at all. I'm a flexitarian, so I get vegan and vegetarian confused all the time. I know that vegetarian is veggies, no meat. Vegan is no animal products at all. I do know that, but sometimes when I'm talking about recipes, I tend to get those mixed up, so my apologies to you. But the minestrone soup is truly vegan, truly, and it is stinking delicious. Well, if you're vegan, you probably already know how to make it. It's a great soup. It's my favorite soup in the whole wide world. I love it so much, and so I made a big pot of it. I watched the two littles, and so when my daughter-in-law came over, because she took my other grandson to the doctors for a checkup, and so they all ate, and so it was lovely. And so I have leftovers for today, and so I had some for lunch, and I'll have the rest of it for dinner tonight. So that didn't go to waste. That's lovely. Anyways, so when you get these kind of things done in your kitchen, it is just so freeing, you know. And it really just connects you with your house. I can't explain that. Somebody who likes to organize and likes to clean, you guys know exactly what I'm talking about. Doing these kind of projects in your home connects you with your home. Like there's a connection there. You know what I mean? Like you become part of the home. You become one. And I think that's why there's so much joy in it for me, is because, you know, it's that connection with the house. I can't explain it, and I probably sound really strange to you right now. I promise I'm not weird. But anyways, so it just makes me feel really good to get it done, especially when it hasn't been working and I've been opening the doors going, I need help, I need help, I need help. I mean, look. Okay, here is everything that was in that one cabinet. Can you believe it? I cannot. Okay, so the next step is to declutter and organize it. And then all of this stuff is going to go down here in this cabinet. Okay, back to that connection. When you are connected to your home, and that connection creates a passion for taking care of the home. And so those of you who like to organize and like a clean home know exactly what I'm talking about. Only those of us who have that connection can, you know, and I'm hoping that it's every single one of you that are watching the video. If it's not you, that's okay. I'm not saying you're a bad person. I'm saying I'm trying to help you. I'm trying to help you find that connection, because If you are disconnected from your home, you're not going to take care of your home. Your home's not going to work efficiently for you. And if you are feeling connected to your home, you're going to care for it more, if that makes any sense at all to you guys. So hopefully it does. Anyways, so these kinds of projects for me are super fulfilling. Now, they work when I first, when I first moved in, when I first got here, and everything worked, and it worked great. And I think part of that just comes from the excitement of it was a new house, I was setting up a new space, that kind of thing. As the months go on, and you're living in the home, you're living in the space, you're realizing that it's not really working the way you need it to work. So I'm not one of those people who can move in and live out of boxes while I decide how the space is going to work for me. I have to get everything put away. You know what I mean? So this was inevitable. This was going to happen. And I've already done it one time, minor. And what I mean by that is I've gotten things in the area that it needs to be. I just haven't organized and arranged it the way it needs to be. So that is what we're taking care of today. I hope that makes sense. But I felt so good with everything that I put in its proper space, things that I was able to declutter, and that's what this gives you the opportunity to do. It's like, wow, I haven't seen this in a while. What's this? What do I need this for? Why am I keeping this? Again, I'm sweating again because I keep forgetting to turn the fireplace and the heater off before I get going, and I'm wearing a sweatshirt, so that's why. But it's turned out really good so far. Let me show you. All empty and clean. And then down here, I still have room, and I've put all the paper goods. Love it. And then over here is like baking. It's all baking stuff. All my attachments for my mixer, everything. So this works out perfect. Why did I not do that before? Oh. So we still have this kind of stuff here. I've got a Lazy Susan here, and I had another Lazy Susan. I must not. Okay, I've got a Lazy Susan. I've got some mugs. I still have these larger appliances, which we're going to put down here. We're going to make it make sense. But I've got this, and this that I've decluttered. So not a lot, but it's something. I mean, this takes up a good foot of room. 1 foot by 6 inches makes a big difference when you're trying to store stuff. Okay, that took no time at all. So now what I'm going to do, this is empty. These are organized. I have this drawer, and this cabinet to go through. So we're going to go through this first, and we're going to make that make sense. Hey, did you guys get any snow? We got the snow, as you guys can see, really quick. We're supposed to be getting a couple more little snow showers throughout the day. It's freezing outside. I went out there to go get some shots for you guys, and oh my, it's cold. Okay. So we're going to try and make this make sense. I love all my mugs. You're going to see I arranged some of them, and then I went, ooh, like those Christmas mugs. Ernie loves drinking out of those, but I'm going to toss those. We're going to declutter some of these. We've got to get rid of some of them. They just have to go. I have a hard time throwing things away. That's part of my problem. But when I go for it, when I'm going for it, I go for it. And I show no mercy for some things. So I am the best declutterer when I'm in the mood to declutter. I am the best. I have no mercy for anything. All I can think of is the simplicity and the beauty of what it's going to be afterwards. And so we're going to see everything that I decided to take out of this cabinet. Okay, leave me a suggestion for what you guys would like to see either in the short videos or... Okay, let me explain what I'm doing here. Winter, spring, summer, and all. Not fall. Winter, spring, summer, and fall, or all. That's what I'm doing here. So I have obviously a lot that's not going to fit in this cabinet, which is making me wonder, why do I have so many mugs? And it may seem like I do, and I do. I'm not going to argue that point, but for instance, this spring, when my kids come and everybody's here, my son that lives here, my son from Arizona gets here, all of these spring mugs will be utilized. So it just makes complete sense to have this. And I like mugs. I like to have a variety. But some of these mugs are going to have to go in the next cabinet, which is fine. I've got plenty of room for those. First, I want to organize these. So I have a lot of, you know, all mugs that I just collect that I love to drink from. But unfortunately, some of them I've ruined them. This is my Savannah, Georgia mug that I put in the dishwasher. I didn't know, there's nothing on it that says not to put it in the dishwasher, and I didn't realize these were actual stickers. So that's trash. I did the same thing with my Nashville mug, so that's trash. I'm not keeping those kind of items. So either in a short video for my 10-minute spotlight videos on Wednesday, or either in a long video. If you have something you'd like to see me clean, you'd like to have some motivation to do, please let me know in the comments. I put my mugs and my glassware upside down so they don't collect dust. I was taught that very young. I love this mug. I got it at Hobby Lobby. I love it. These mugs that I'm throwing away, because I only have 3 of them, but 2 of them have these breaks on them, and the ceramic on the inside collects bacteria, so it's not healthy. So if you ever go to a restaurant and you see that, make sure to not drink out of it. Done. Love it. Now we're going to move on to this one. Okay, I decided to not give so much real estate to dish towels, and I decided to just get these folded proper. I went up to my home decor room, I grabbed one of these wire baskets, and we are going to find a new home for all of them. I have a lot of dish towels, but I use them, they're seasonal, and so I have, you know, the spring and the summer and the fall and, you know, the Christmas and all of that. So the ones that have stains on them, I am definitely taking out. If I think I can get the stains out, I will. If not, I'm tossing them. I'm not going to keep them. So I'm going to give that a try, and I think I only tossed one, and the rest of them I am going to attempt. I ran out of my product. Now, I know that a lot of people are going to say if they've already been washed and dried, the stain is set in. Not true all the time. I can sometimes still get stains out. You just got to work to get it done. Are they worth it? Yeah, sometimes, because I buy mine in sets, you know what I mean? And I obviously love dish towels. That's why I have so many. But these are all of my seasonal. And then I'm going to put my regular ones in there as well. And I'm going to end up putting this in the cleaning closet. It makes complete sense to have my dish towels in there. Not all of them are going to fit in this wire basket perfectly the way you see them now. I know that some are going to end up just sitting on top folded. That's totally fine. At least they're in a compartment and they're not taking up so much necessary real estate in my kitchen. You know what I mean? So that made me feel really good. But getting the coffee bar decluttered of things that, you know, I've seen and I've said, I need to get rid of that. I need to get rid of that. I have a hard time throwing things away. I do. It's just a part of my genetic makeup, I guess. Okay, these 2 drawers, amazing. I love these big drawers. That's one of the things I love about this kitchen are the big drawers. I think that they're great. But they can be cumbersome as far as organization goes. You know, it's just, you have to buy things to keep things organized, you know, it's a whole thing. Now, I do love having a serving tray, and we'll talk about that here coming up in my coffee bar. And so that's why I always had like my coffee in it. But we have this big, you know, this is what we've been buying, the big boxes of coffee. And so from Sam's or Costco. And I needed more space for more coffee, so I don't have to store that big box in the pantry. You know what I mean? If I have a designated space for coffee pods, I want to be able to put the coffee pods in that designated space. So, we'll see. We get it all organized, it all looking really good, and it all makes sense when I'm done. And again, I'm left dumbfounded. Why didn't I do it before? You know, some of that comes out of pure laziness. You know, it's working just fine. You know, don't fix what's not broken kind of attitude. When every time you open a drawer or a cabinet, you say, gosh, I need to fix this. You know what I mean? But it still functions. And so you kind of put it on the back burner. And then when you do something like this, you go this deep into organizing, you're like, oh my gosh, why did I not do this sooner? Okay, that was a better use of space to just do this. Tea on one side, coffee on the other. I like to have a serving tray here in the coffee bar, so I'm gonna go ahead and put it in here. We're gonna get all the napkins. Now, you guys might be asking why I do this. I went to my sister's house years ago in Georgia, and she always did that. She put out a napkin, and she put, my sisters are very, they love to entertain, and so it's all the little accoutrements that come with entertaining that they love to do. And I said, this is a really cool idea. I love she would put the cloth napkin out, and the spoon and the creamer and all that kind of stuff. It was just so welcoming to, you know, wake up to in the morning. I use these, and then I had a ton of these. So I just get one and I fold it and I put it out and I put the cream, and, you know, and it's just so nice to do that. So her mother-in-law did that, and her mother-in-law is very Southern. So I think it's a Southern thing. I'm not sure. Or she's just somebody who loved to entertain, and that was something that she did. So it is very important to me to have these here because I use them all the time. And now that I've decluttered and made room, I have all of my seasonal ones upstairs in my home decor room that I can bring down, and I have some in the buffet in the dining room as well that I can bring and put into this drawer. So I'm excited about that. From that drawer, we decluttered this. And this goes in the pantry. So I bought these a long time ago. I'm not going to use them. I never have. I don't really care for, I don't know why I bought them. I think it was in California, actually. I'm going to give them to my daughter-in-law, I think. That's hilarious, but I don't know if it's... So I bought this when I had my coffee bar back in California, and it was kind of like a coffee wine bar, and this just made perfect sense, so I don't need it. So I'm decluttering that too. And this is actually something that goes in the coffee bar, but now I have room to put it down here next to, I think, all the paper goods. Let me see. Yeah, next to all the paper goods, and I'll give you guys a tour of that when we're done. Okay, let me show you what the kitchen is looking like. All right, here's what the kitchen is looking like. This is everything. I'm going to try and get the stains out of these. I'm going to get rid of that. These are all the things that I'm getting rid of. I'm going to use that box to put it in. And I need to take care of all this. My sister left this here, and I no longer need it. So I'm going to see if my daughter-in-law wants that. It's a cheese grater. She left it here. It's pretty inexpensive, but I have the one that attaches to my KitchenAid. But now we need to work on this cabinet. That'll take care of all this nonsense that's laying around. So we have all this here. It's not being utilized properly. You guys remember that I use this for my storage, like for food storage, and look what has become of it. My goodness, I need to declutter. Ideally, I would like to have these in a upper shelf because I reach for these items quite frequently. So it would make more sense that I don't have to bend down, but that's okay. I'm working with what I have. So the problem here is that I added things, as you can see, those storage jars, which I'm trying to keep in there, but then I realized, Anna, you just did the pantry. You have rice, and that says rice on the thing. Put the rice in there. Here's my little trick. Put in the toaster in the tray. I've seen this over and over and over again on different videos, and I kept meaning to do it. And that way you're not getting crumbs all over your cabinet. You can just empty the tray out if it gets crumbs. You don't have to clean the whole, cabinet out. So you just pull that out and, use it like that and what have you. Anyways, so I ended up pulling those glass containers out, and you're going to see I'm going to use those. And then I end up taking that canister out and putting it over in the coffee bar at the very top shelf, which you'll see in the when I give you guys a tour. And then I just got everything put away. I had a sink full of dirty dishes from the day before, or the night before, sorry, when everybody was here eating. So I'm going to take care of that. We're going to get everything cleaned up, and then I'm going to give you guys a final tour. It felt so good, and I'm like inching towards getting decorated. I just am not one of those people that can decorate when I know that I've got, not that my house is dirty, so I'm not going to say that, but I have things behind closed doors, and Ernie will say, when I say to Ernie, I've got to clean the house, he'll say, babe, the house looks great. What are you talking about? Well, I'm the housekeeper, so I know what's behind closed doors. And, if the sheets are dirty, to me, that's a clean house. If the, drawers are dirty, that's a dirty house. Like, I know that I need to get those things done. So for me, peace of mind, knowing that I'm entering spring and I'm going to start putting out fresh, beautiful, decor for the springtime, I want to know that it's going in a very fresh, clean, organized kitchen. So that's why this was so important. And of course, I'm going to share it with you guys because you guys are my friends. Okay, so here's the cabinet at the sink. And I have, it's not horrible. I had a few things under there that now can go in my new cleaning closet because there's plenty of room in there. And so we're going to do that. We're going to wipe it down, vacuum it, get all that. And we're only going to put back what absolutely needs to go in there. I'm telling you, the switch of those closets was a complete game changer for me. Now, I originally thought I was going to put my basket of dish towels under here, which would have been great. But look at all this stuff under my sink. I mean, you can't even buy anything to organize under here. This is the stupidest thing. I've never had all these pipes and everything the way it is here. I mean, it's just wild, And so there's like no room to put any kind of organizer under here. It's just wild to me. I've never had this. So it really is a useless under the sink cabinet as far as I'm concerned. And so this was necessary to just put exactly what I needed. So I thought I was going to put the wire basket. You'll see I'm going to try it. It's not going to work out. We're going to end up going back to this here. But dishcloths and dish soap and all of that, I mean, that would have been perfect. Just makes me so mad. Anyways, it found a home, and it's a good home. Just exactly what needs to go down here. And so that is what I'm doing. And I have the little basket with my dishcloths, and that's perfect. I'm going to take the opportunity to wipe this cabinet down because I'm down at eye level, sitting on the ground, and I can see dirt that I can't see when I'm standing up and bending over and cleaning it. So we're going to take care of that. And then we're going to take care of that drawer, which now I'm in love with because it has all of the straw cleaner brushes, my little happy smiley face sponge, my cast iron skillet sponge, and it has all of that stuff. I always keep Band-Aids readily available because, every now and again I cut myself. So that's what this drawer is. I emptied out the drawer that had all the dish towels. That drawer is empty now. There's nothing in it, and I love it. I think that that's fabulous. So I love having voids. I love having space in my home that doesn't have things in it. You know what I mean? That makes me feel really good. That means that I don't have an overabundance, or also tells me that I am organized and you know, doing good at organizing my stuff. So we're going to get this kitchen all straightened up, and then I'm going to give you guys a final tour of all of the cabinets, that drawers that we worked on today. I'm an 80s girl, and I love that song. It reminds me of the movie Pretty in Pink, which is one of my favorite movies to watch. But look at these beautiful cabinets. Look at how they turned out. It felt so good this afternoon when I went to go make my afternoon cup of coffee, and I opened up this cabinet, and I got my coffee pot out. I just admired the work that I had done. I hope you guys are motivated to tackle a cabinet or a drawer somewhere in your home today, or closet. Just get yourself organized. We got this. We can do this. Together, we will get our houses clean and organized. I want to thank you guys so much for staying till the end. I appreciate you so much. Enjoy the last shots, and we will see you guys in the next video. Bye!